Welcome to the We Are the 99 podcast. It's your boy Cancer Cannabis. I got a special guest today, man. Who do I have with me again? A reoccurring guest.
Another reoccurring, your first reoccurring guest?
First reoccurring guest, man.
Yeah, Mark Palmer, the AC guy.
Palmer Heating and Air, man. Today is March 30th, man, 2024.
2024.
Man, there's been a lot of current events. I'm gonna be straight up. This week, I didn't plan for a podcast to go down. I was just winging it. I ended up going to LA again. This has been like the third consecutive week in a row that I've gone to LA, man. So I enjoy it, man. Like if I can go out there once a week, just to go out and see what's going on.
Get over the hill, huh?
Yeah, get over the hill. Even coming back. So,
I don't like all the people. I can't live down there because there's too many people.
So that was cool. That's kind of one of the reasons why it's cool having you on because you went with me, man. So you see how packed LA is getting.
Yeah, it's changed. It's crazy down there, especially the little area that we're around.
Yeah, so we were in downtown LA, specifically Santee Alley, around all the smoking district.
Yeah,
that's what I'll call it, the smoking district, man. But the weed game is changing, man. So it's a lot of the counterfeit game. Counterfeit game is right then and there.
All that.
That's the mecca.
The white market. You know what I mean. The shops down there. There are some legitimate businesses, but like all the ones in here in Bakersfield, they're all illegal. Everything's illegal here, and none of that stuff that you're gonna find in there is going to be legitimate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
Not that it's gonna hurt you, but you know what I mean. It's not what it says. So
for the most part, it's not. There is.
Well, and have you seen the reports on they're testing the potencies? You know how they're jacking that thing. 33% potency.
And then, there's people
like 19 or
there's
something.
There's people that take the self test, and then they end up seeing there's a lot of MCT oil.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of bullshit
honey
in
cut.
Yeah, man. This is what I hope happens to the weed game, that it all gets like the wine, you know what I mean? All gets compartmentalized, you know what I mean?
How there's the corporate wine
doing the big stuff,
doing it,
they'll never get the quality of what a smaller operation can do. Just from my experience with messing with it, it's real easy to do a little bedroom, but a lot harder to do a big
a plot of land.
Well, yeah, even then, you know what I mean? But now, up there in the Emerald Triangle, up there, they're producing some fine outdoor.
I haven't been out there, man, to be honest. No. I'm not going to be over here and be lying and capping and shit. But I have tried the weed from over there.
Yeah, we remember me running the trim down.
Yeah.
So,
and look, I want to see what's going on this season in cannabis.
I don't know.
What are the flavors? What's out there?
Yeah, what's going to be the next flavor of
the next lemon cherry gelato, the next flavor. Yeah. Everybody, I feel like is getting tired of the whole candy flavors. Everybody's kind of going towards the GMO and more pungent and like funky smelling.
Yeah, everybody wants the more bang for their buck, basically. You know what I mean? So I don't even have sativa strains because I know everybody likes to smoke them, but most of my customers, they want the, you know what I mean? The thwack.
That couch lock.
Yeah.
Couch lock.
Exactly. Indica. So that's what they're going for. So, and then a lot of people go, I want pure sativa or pure indica. Well, that's non-existent. Everything's crossbred. You got some that tend to lean more.
Say make BHO great again in Thailand.
Huh? No kidding?
Thailand.
In Thailand. That's another interesting. How they legalized it there and how
they're kind of trying to flip flop on it too, though. You seen that? They were kind of trying to.
The government isn't exactly the most, you know what I mean, stable. So
yeah, see, they're kind of trying to reverse their decision. Like they're saying, like, all right, cool, we're gonna let it be, and now they're like, oh, let's just make it pure medical.
Get it right. It's like what happened up there in Portland, where they're like, oh, we're gonna legalize all smaller,
all drugs.
Small amounts of drugs. And then what happened is they had the open air drug markets out there, and they tried to beat it that way, and that didn't work neither. So now they're going back and criminalizing it all.
I do give them props for doing that.
I give them props for trying it too.
And this is why I say because they tried it. Because that way there could not ever be any argument of, well, if you guys were to do it. No, now the argument is we tried that. We tried to
it didn't work.
Let it be, and look what the fuck we got. It wasn't all happy and perfect how you guys.
No, it backfired on them, and they had.
Did, man. Look at it's always like junkies have more rights than the average person now.
Well, and look what's happened to homeowners and squatting right now with people and all that. And then that's been going on for a while.
I wanted
but-
you to bring up that fool from Venezuela.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah,
that
I
motherfucker,
seen him on Fox News. And anytime you get your name, your image plastered on a national TV organization, things are not going to work out well.
Yeah,
for you.
I felt like he was a plant, but the fact that you just
No.
mentioned that he got arrested.
He got arrested.
Man, I
he
hope
turned
they
out
do.
to be a Venezuelan that came here 2 years ago. And yeah.
And he's over here trying to get famous off of saying, "Oh, my baby's a gold mine." You know,
Yeah.
oh, you know, we could end up squatting and having
Yeah,
all kinds
he's
of
telling his
rights.
people, come over here, squat the loophole, you get rich. He says, I'm gonna be a millionaire. no, you're
they,
not.
They got him, man. I hope they keep his ass locked up, man. Like if they deport him, man, it's not gonna do anybody no favors. But if they keep his ass locked up, good, because
Yeah, you gotta stay.
take away his
You
freedom,
gotta
man.
stay low.
I don't
key.
really wish that on no, but on a dumbass like that,
try and
trying
get
to,
clout. You
yeah,
know what I
bro,
mean?
not only that, but it's just painting a bad image on our
Oh,
people. Now
it-
everybody thinks that we're like
if
that.
if it upset me to watch it, I'm sure it upset. You know what I
know,
mean? There's
people from the
millions of
zone.
other people with views just like my own that it upset. I'm quite sure.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah.
Hey, you ended up saying you listened to Beyonce's new album. I mentioned it
Yeah.
earlier. You're the second.
I'm not
person.
a country fan to begin with, but my mom is, and yeah, I didn't even know it was a country album. Actually, I knew it was like one song was like on the
That's
top,
That's her
but
debut.
I didn't know the
country
whole album. She pulled an Andre 3000 and changed up genres and
changed up the
everything. You know what I
genre.
mean?
Hey, on that topic, man. You know, this is kind of like our insider joke, but I'm gonna put this out there, man. That shit was funny. You were one of the persons that I showed Andre 3000's new album. You know.
Oh yeah, I was
And,
like, what?
You were not a fan of it, were you?
No,
It was like, okay, is he
I
coming
know.
in now? Is he about to sing? I'm like, no.
I expected something totally
And
different.
then out of nowhere, this
Like
guy's
everybody
out
else.
like, my baby dog.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What happened
He's
to
all
that?
Like, I'm like, there's none of that. He's like,
This is lounge music, bro.
my boy was genuinely disappointed.
Artists do that, man. They'll just change up on people, and
That's what makes an
either
artist
you,
artist.
you like their new stuff or you don't. You know what I mean? I guess that was makes a true fan. I guess I don't know. And there's
so your
like
mom
a
wasn't
lot.
digging Beyonce?
No, she didn't
Country?
like. She didn't like. She was not my cup of tea. So that's what my mom said.
Hey, on the way back, man,
And-
we were
and-
bumping
and-
that modern country. Modern country sounds very popish.
You know what modern country is to me? Taylor Swift. You know what I mean?
Basically,
Yeah, that Taylor Swift's been the only pop thing. And I know everybody's gonna love Beyonce, but T Swift has crossed over genre after
after
genre.
genre.
She's pulling
Effortlessly
just the little
too.
girls and the old white dudes like me. Fuck, I love the shit out of her.
I tripped out.
I'm a total Swiftie.
I tripped out when I seen what was it? A meme? No, it wasn't a meme. Hey, it was a TikTok. Some dude, buff ass motherfucker. He's saying you probably think I bumped some aggressive punk music. He's
Taylor
like, what I'm
Swift.
actually listening to, and it's all like you belong to me.
Yeah, I'm up there bumping T Swift when I'm doing change outs on the roofs. Yeah. I've been with Rudy. I just put it on the speaker and be singing to Rudy. That's one of the benefits of working with me. You also get serenaded if you work with me.
Karaoke time.
So yeah, and my job can be miserable. You got to have comedy to get. You know what I mean?
Man,
So
speaking of comedy, I didn't even mention on my podcast. I'm gonna go see George Perez, XG, and
yeah, how was that show?
Three Plates, man, at the Well Comedy Club. That shit was fucking fun, man. I pulled up alone, and they sat me down. I always get good seats, man. So shout out to the Well. Like, I'm kind of a big thing now. I'm getting recognized there.
That's
like,
cool.
Somewhat as a regular now.
I think they're becoming a staple in Bakersfield of having a stand-up comedy place.
They are.
And Bakersfield needed that, man.
They are. Shout out to the Well, man. Like us, you know, one thing that I noticed is each time they bring somebody, a headliner, it's like the headliner always outdoes themselves and brings a badass special guest.
Yeah.
I've seen so many badass special
Yeah, and
guests.
then
right
you
there.
know, once in a while you'll catch a gym. You'll catch somebody that's not hot yet, and you'll see them at some place at a small show like that, and then they get huge.
They brought Edwin San Juan, which is who Joe Coy copies.
Okay.
This is a Filipino guy.
Yeah,
that
I know
has
Joe
LG.
Coy is. He's funny.
Joe Coy is funny, man, but
funny
Edwin
shit.
San Juan, man, he's the originator of the Filipino scene.
Okay.
You know, the comedy. Edwin San Juan came through, you know, he did his jokes. And that shit was pretty fucking fun. After the show, I ended up getting a record, 12-inch
Okay.
fucking record, you know, which was funny.
Yeah.
I added, you know, something.
Now he's
new.
a Republican, right?
Oh yeah, George Perez was
Nice.
man. That shit. He was on some
That's
funny
change
shit.
up. Change up.
He did a little bit of crowd work out here,
Yeah.
and it was funny. He said the last time I was in Bakersfield, I was in Wasco. You know? For those of you that don't know, man, it's a reception center. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Wasco. Hey, and what's going on with Wasco? What's going on with... Is the homeless guy... What's the guy eating that leg for?
Yeah, I
Did you
didn't
see
mention
that?
that. You know?
Crazy.
That shit went viral. Like TMZ picked up on
Walking
it.
Dead. Yes,
Be
that
Real
was on...
picked up
I
on
seen it on TMZ a couple of days later.
I seen B Real.
But they had the blurred out versions of it.
We were seeing it
We
raw,
seen
man.
it raw.
Unedited. So
Ugh,
a little bit of
what?
backstory on that. It was some lady that ended up getting ran over, and I don't know
Suicide, fell
was.
asleep on the tracks.
I don't know how long her body was out there for, but some dude was able to fucking tear off a limb of her, which was her leg.
And walk down the street with
You
it.
know, not her foot. It was her whole calf.
Whole lower part of her leg, from the knee down.
And he was just walking around like a hungry carnivore.
Like a Neanderthal.
Who was over here eating
Straight
it raw.
Walking Dead, man. Straight. You don't get any crazier.
And I wonder if
Florida
this was
crazy.
lit, if he was on fentanyl.
What the hell was he on?
Is he
Yes.
on acid.
What? I've done plenty of that. Never
It
done.
never
Never
felt like- you know,
felt like gnawing on anybody's
Let me
leg.
chop off someone's leg real quick and just chew on it like a turkey leg, and you know, in Six Flags. You know?
Crazy.
Yeah,
things
no, that
get
shit was crazy. I've seen it everywhere, man. And you know, a person I've been seeing a lot everywhere lately is Florida Jesus.
Florida Jesus. I have not seen him.
No, he's some guy from Florida that's
Okay.
going viral all over Bakersfield doing local things.
Oh.
You know, it took someone from
Oh,
outside.
the guy that goes to all the different spots.
So there's two different. There's Kern County Pizza Rankings, and
Okay,
then
no, there's just some guy on Instagram that he kind of looks like Jesus. He's got long hair.
yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
And then the people go to this spot, and he goes to the spot, and he's all, okay, yeah, I have seen him. He's actually pretty nice. Seems like he's very nice.
Yeah, you know. So shout out to him. He's been
Yeah,
out
help
here.
some
I thought he was
homeless
just
people and-
passing by and leaving. No, he's been out here for about a month.
Been him
now.
out here for a month.
For
Yeah,
a month.
it's a good way to get to know the place is to jump on Instagram and.
A lot of
What
people.
is he on? What platform is he on? Is it Instagram?
I
don't
follow
know
him,
where-
I do follow
I
him
don't
on
know
Instagram.
what. Yeah, well, I'm only on
I see-
Instagram or Facebook.
I
so.
see. He's on TikTok, which I'm not.
Yeah, I don't do the TikTok.
Yeah,
No.
but
Even
no,
though
I've
I
been
don't care if
seeing-
the Chinese watch me because my own government's watching me, so who cares?
Hey, there
I'm
was a
not that
meme I sent you the
interesting to
other
watch
day.
anyways.
There was a meme I sent you the other day that said, like, no, thank you, only American
Yeah,
spyware.
only American spyware for me,
Yeah, that
thank you.
part. You feel me?
Yeah,
If any
shit.
government's spy on me, let it be my own, bro. Even at that.
You
hell
want to know
no.
what I'm up to? Look at my Amazon account. What am I buying on Amazon? You'll figure it out.
You know?
Figure it out real quick. It's no secret. So, but it's kind of crazy where the government was wanting certain banks to give up, or certain credit card companies to give up, like people were buying stuff like Cabela's or anything like Republican guns or
I was gonna
anything
say,
like
what's
that.
that?
Yeah,
No, what is that?
what
Cabela's.
Cabela's is outdoorsman, like I'm trying to think, like a big five, but outdoors.
Oh, like a sporting goods store?
Yeah, for outdoors people.
So what? They're over here like
If you bought something from them or something, certain things. So certain
Oh,
key
it would,
purchases they want,
it
and
would
I'm sure
raise the
they
red
want to know
flag.
about guns. I'm sure any type of gun purchase they'd want to know.
Hey man, shout out to the people that make wind chimes. That sell wind chimes online to Americans.
I just
patriots,
learned about those
you
wind
know?
chimes. It's crazy.
So that's fucking cool.
crazy
you know?
until everybody else figures out about
Make
it. And then it's
wind chimes and then printing airsoft.
print. Yeah, this 3D
You know?
printing is crazy now. Yeah,
You know,
they got to look into that a little
you know,
bit
that
more.
shit seems fucking dope as fuck. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, man. You know, hey, it's crazy though that we're in California. So this is what I don't get. Okay, they legalized a 9mm AK-47. So does that mean somebody that has a
So it's an
Mac 10.
AK-47
No, no, so-
looking platform, but it fires a 9mm.
yeah? So does that mean if I have a Mac 10, you know, with 9 mils
you
or
can't
Take
have
9.
more than 10 rounds in
or a
any-
Take 9,
any-
I could legally have one, but obviously 9mm.
if it was registered.
Yeah.
I don't know about the
'Cause you know,
California has some crazy. I don't know all the crazy.
To me,
California
that kind of
laws.
is like, all right. So does that legalize Uzis? And
No.
shit, so long as it's 9mm,
No, you can't
nine
have any of
millimeter
that.
AR-15s.
can't have any of that in California, I don't think.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
get
California,
chastised.
even on the AR-15s, they got some California compliant device they want on the weapon, and some wackiness. So, yeah, no. So Texas seems to have the easiest. But people are like, oh, you got to do something about the guns. The genie's out of the bottle. You can't get away with the guns. I'm
Can't
telling
do
you.
nothing, man. Guns will be printed.
they ain't
Guns will
going
be
anywhere.
fucking made out of tubes.
Yeah.
You know, out of anything, man. Sticks and stones.
The Einstein quote. That's what
Oh, man, say
they
that
said.
one, man. Say it.
Yeah, the Einstein was quoted as saying he doesn't know what weapons will be used to fight World War III, but he knows what weapons will be used to fight World War IV, and it'll be sticks and stones.
What's your take on direct energy weapons?
Oh my gosh, man, they got some
Lasers.
nasty stuff out there. And then,
Remember, people thought that you're crazy. There will never be lasers.
what about the stuff that they were using on the embassy? Was it in Cuba or something where they're making everybody sick? Some radio waves
The
and
only
stuff,
thing I've heard
making
like that
people
is
nausea.
supposedly heart attack.
using all
guys.
doing all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
What you were saying about something like
No, well, I just remember hearing in the news that there are people that the embassy were claiming to be getting sick and stuff. I don't remember all the ins and outs of it, but it was supposedly some type of weapon that the Russians were testing. So they got stuff that we don't even know about. So
they do, man. They're just waiting to use it on this war.
we're in a pre-war era. So
I wonder if some people during the Cold War era felt like this, or I think I
well,
even
I
heard an old
grew
person.
up in the Cold War era.
I heard
I
a
was
person-
there.
So you think
remember.
it was more active now?
Yeah, I was one of those kids when they do the drill, the nuclear raid where you just get on the ground and put your hands, get under the desk. Like that's gonna help you in a nuclear bomb.
It's
Yeah,
it just makes it faster, huh?
yeah.
You're like, damn.
It was just to give the masses some sense of I don't know.
Some kind of security, like
I don't know.
you're gonna die
kind
with
of
your
security.
heads. You know, you're gonna die
So-
under a desk. You know.
No, but no, we're right now living in a pre-war era. So, pre-war era. And then what about what's going on in New York with with random black gentlemen? I guess I don't know. They've been I
Following
don't know the
bitches?
race, but yeah, they're hauling off and hitting white bitches
Wait,
in the face.
what?
There's
they're
some
just
trend
talking?
going. Yeah, they just cold cock sucker punching some woman.
They've been doing that. That's
To women.
knock them out, suck them out.
Yeah, like women too. They're targeting women.
They've
Which-
been doing that.
Man,
been
it's
doing
some
that.
fucked up shit.
just
Hit,
coming out
hit
to
somebody
news.
that's gonna hit you back, motherfucker. You want to sucker
I seen
punch.
I think it was on Fox News. There was a case of some dudes, some black dudes that did that to some guy on a bike, like
Yeah.
a street vendor, and like 6
I
years
don't know.
later, or he was like brain dead for about 6 years.
Yeah,
You know, and then
Yeah.
now he's dead. And that guy that did that only did 3 months.
yeah,
That's New
Yeah.
York for you.
yeah, yeah. No, soft on crime now.
Hey, I've been watching a podcast called The Wise. The Wise and the Wise Man, or the Wise Guy, and it's Chaz Palminteri and
It's a mob type of deal.
Michael. Yeah, kind of. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of I meant kind of consider it more of the Italian take because they're on the East Coast, you know,
Okay.
so more on the Italian side.
Right.
But Chaz is tripping, man. He's over here like even he's a Democrat, right? And he's over here
Yeah, I
like.
think so.
And
Most
he's,
of Hollywood
no,
is.
he is, and even he's over here like, man, we are having too much people out here,
Yeah.
and I just trip out, man. So basically, what Texas would have been seeing is all getting sent to the East Coast because they're the ones that justify it the most.
Chicago, New York. Yeah.
But they're the ones that want to justify it the
Yeah.
most, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, don't get me
Shipping 'em
wrong.
up there, huh?
Yeah,
And then I'm sure
why
see, I
haven't
don't
they
know
get-
what's going on, but aren't they asking the immigrants, hey, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to New York?
sure
do you
on
want to go
that.
to
I
Chicago?
thought that
Where
was-
do you want to
I thought that
go?
was more for the news, like.
No, he's getting them
They're
out
not-
of
they're not
freaking
getting-
out of his state. He's like, hey, we're gonna ship you to New York, where it's a sanctuary state. Good luck. So,
Okay, and then that's
these
the
poor
other
people
topic.
are pawns, but
I was gonna say that's the other topic because
they're the political pawns too, nonetheless.
yeah, but it's all the hotels and all that were empty that are making money off.
Yeah,
it.
they're making
banking in
money.
on it.
Yeah, and then they were making money during COVID. All these places.
So when COVID finished, that was the worst thing that could happen. COVID
That's
is
when
done.
I
So
think the
this is
homeless like really spiked because the money ran out of the housing, the COVID money ran out, and there's like all these people that were normally in motels or whatever, they all got kicked to the curb, and then I want to say homeless more than doubled here in the last 5 years.
Where here in Cali? Oh, in
Bakersfield. Man, I don't know about the rest of Cali, but Bakersfield,
that's because
it's gotten bad.
Well, that's because we get LA and San Francisco to bust all their homeless.
Yeah, they say that. But now, okay, put yourself in your sim. Okay, you're some homeless person in LA. All right, now homeless people, you know they're homeless, they still rely on resources and shit that's around there. You want to gaffle them up. You want to remove them to someplace that they don't know the area, they don't know anything about. I don't think the homeless people be down with that. Migrants, you get away with that shit, but I think the shipping the homeless is kind of I don't think it happens like that. So, and
they need to be in mental institutions.
Yeah, a lot of
they need to bring that shit back.
A certain segment of that is mentally people that should be in some type of mental hospital, and they just don't have the facilities.
They need to separate, the people that have mental issues and people that have
financial issues. When I was in prison,
issues.
There was people in there there was two types of people in there. There's people that were in there that are actually crazy and they belonged in a mental hospital, and then there are the people that acted crazy to get medication so they could get high. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had a bunkie give me a Seroquel once in a while, but I ain't fucking with it. Mind altering, changing the brain chemistry of my brain. No thanks.
Yeah, I never do that shit again, man. I feel now that I could talk back on it, that shit. Well, I've never done heroin, but it felt like a Xanax or like some heroin type shit.
Yeah, I just did a half of one and I was fucking done.
I did one when I was 16, man. I was fucking out. I
slept
for hours, man. Hours.
I got a new bunkie that night and everything. I didn't know the next morning. I'm like, whoa, you could have taken me to the ceiling and I wouldn't have woke up. So, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Seroquel was no fun. Don't do it, kids.
Hell no, man. None of these pills, man. All these drugs is fucking bad. They all have fentanyl now.
Yeah, fentanyl's kind of ruined everything.
It did, man. Like, drugs were fun at one point. You could have fucking popped a Xan, do a Tesla.
What's a Tesla?
It's a quad stack. It's a...
What's it? A quad stack is a whole Xanny bar or what?
No.
What's a quad stack?
No, they're ecstasies.
Oh, ecstasy.
Ecstasy,
okay.
But
which is basically MDMA, right?
MDMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, check.
The current ones were the Teslas.
Okay.
But even then, it's like, nah, you never know, because there was some like the fake Adderalls going around too. It's like, is this really? Nah. Because you don't know what the fuck it is.
No. Yeah.
You could kind of trust the source, man, but only so much.
Yeah. No. Fentanyl kind of ruined everything. And yeah, it's killed off a whole generation. It's sad.
Man, how was the drug decade back in your days? You really got to see you didn't get to see the crack epidemic.
I wasn't involved in the crack epidemic that seemed to happen in kind of LA and the people that I was around wasn't into smoking crack. I bought an ounce of crack by mistake one time because I had one of my associates go buy me an ounce of speed and he come back with an ounce of crank.
Okay, so that's what I trip out on. Is speed just another fucking word for meth?
Yeah, meth. Yeah, speed. Yeah, we called it crank. In the beginning, it wasn't glass.
Some
in the beginning,
can't
it
tell
wasn't.
The difference between crack and meth. Some people think it's the same.
Oh, there's a big difference.
Crack is coke you can smoke.
Yeah.
Meth is meth. Meth is fucking like.
Meth is water soluble. You throw fucking crack in water and it'll float.
I don't, bro. The first times I've ever seen that was one of the neighbors, man, fucking smashing it up, putting water on it, getting a cotton ball,
crack.
And shooting it up his arm, man.
What I thought was crazy is watching that documentary with you is about the people smoking fentanyl.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
on the bus.
Does that make you not? Are you less likely to overdose if you're smoking it because you're not going to? But I know with like speed, it like just speeds everything up. You know what I mean? Because now you got with a line, you can do a line and you're good for a couple hours, if not a whole day. But with smoking it, well, you wanted to smoke it again in 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes, another 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And that's what like smoking seems to do to you. And if they're doing that with fentanyl, is that the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you gotta constantly be chasing it.
They call it chasing the dragon. And then did you see the video of the kid in Taco Bell yet? It's been all over the damn internet. The Niles. Some 15-year-old kid working in Taco Bell at the Niles here.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was here?
Yeah, and he's a white kid. Yeah, and here in Bakersfield, some white kid, probably 14, 15 years old, working the drive-thru, obviously at night. and he's nodding out. If anybody knows what I mean by doing the nod when you're doing heroin.
No, no, yeah.
Yeah, the heroin nod. They all do it.
Naughty. We
Yeah.
got ourselves a nodder.
The first time I ever watched anybody do heroin, and that's what I watched them do that, and I'm like, oh fuck, and that's the first time. And then in prison, you see people nodding, doing it in there. You know what I mean? But anyways,
Hey man, it's easy to get drugs in prison. It's like
yeah,
easier
it's
than
there.
streets.
Depending on what prison, I guess you're at, it's easier. You know what I mean? I was in this prison, a CRC prison. It was like a drug prison. There was more drugs in there than I've seen out on the street. But the prices are crazy prices. You know what I mean? You think you're going to be buying the same amount.
I was like, why aren't we seeing a lot of these fentanyl deaths in prison?
Yeah.
Why aren't we?
Well, because fentanyl's getting into prison. And
Oh, is it now?
oh, God, yes. If it's out on the streets, it's in prison. I guarantee you.
But it's like you don't hear about like these inmates having overdoses
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
I
you
wonder
don't
if
hear
that's just
about a
swept
whole,
under the
but I
rug.
bet you there are a ton of them. I bet you there are a ton of them
Because,
there.
you know, if there's prevalent drug use in prisons,
Yeah,
like,
and county
where the
jail, too.
overdoses at?
It's got to be in county jail, too. You know what I mean?
You know,
That's
or is it just like, you know, they know to give them the best of the best to the motherfuckers in jail?
Well, I don't know anything about fentanyl, but I know you like build up a tolerance to it, and
I could assume.
I don't know.
could
So,
assume,
but yeah,
man, 'cause
I don't know
shit.
the exact numbers, but I guarantee you there's some fentanyl, and they just don't broadcast them. You know what I mean? You hear about the stabbings and stuff, the inmate on inmate violence, and that's
For
usually
real? You
gang
never-
related. Oh yeah,
You never hear about
there's all kinds of-
overdoses shit, huh?
there-
You're right. You never hear about. Oh, we had like 3 inmates overdose.
no, they
There
don't.
has
they
been
don't-
cases of it.
Yeah. Oh, there has to be. Oh, I
know?
guarantee it. You know, and even here in local county jail, they don't say anything about any overdose deaths.
I wonder why they just go
No.
announcing all the gang shit.
No.
Like, oh, Tory Lanez got shot in LA.
Yeah, and then he's in Tehachapi, Tory Lanez.
I thought he was in a.
I thought he was in North Kern, but last I heard he was in Tehachapi. And then the Danny Masterson, he's in CMC, which is fucking love.
Man,
I mean,
would
any
say
prison
you wouldn't get this,
sucks,
man. But
but,
I
I
was
mean, as
saying,
far as
I was in
prisons go,
1750
that's a
with
good
Tory
one.
Lanez.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it, man. But it's
No.
it's a meme that goes around. It's a rapper band. But
Yeah, no.
It's just a video clip that's been going
Yeah.
viral.
I believe he shot her. So
Huh?
I believe they were fucking around with a gun and he shot her. Megan the Stallion.
Oh, Megan. Oh, that
Yeah.
Tory shot Megan.
Yeah. Or his thing is he's not the one who did it. Well, somebody shot her in the fucking foot. Who was it?
Bitch got shot in the leg.
He was like telling her to dance and shit.
She was really a horse. She would have got put down. Look at Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Anyways.
Damn. Hey, you know what's crazy, man?
Uh,
Everybody, likes to uphold the no snitching. She snitched.
oh yeah, that's
She snitched. It doesn't matter if she's a girl. You know,
No
she wants to.
snitch.
She wants to be on that gangster shit, man. She snitched. All of a sudden, the rules don't apply to her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
I don't know. So you know what I mean? It all depends on what I guess. I don't know. You're snitching on. If you're gonna
Where's,
do life for some other bullshit,
This
you know
fool
what I
from
mean?
The '70s show. Danny
Yeah, he
Masterson.
was from the '70s show, and he's like accused of raping some women.
This was in Corcoran, right?
No, right now he's in CMC.
What's that?
California Men's Colony. It's the one in San Luis. San Luis
Oh.
Obispo. It's fucking nice little prison there. I've never been there, but I heard it's nice.
In prison by the coast.
Yep, prison on the
Don't that
beach.
sound-
Yeah, but shit, Pelican Bay's on the beach, but I won't want to be in Pelican Bay. Fuck that. That's the high power. That's the one that they joke. You know what I mean? But from what I hear from people, like Calipatria sucks, Chuckawalla, freaking. I heard they closed Ironwood. I heard they closed one of those prisons down. I heard Ironwood's closed down.
Shit, I've never been to jail or prison, man.
So, well, it's been 20 something years.
And
for
even
me,
when I was in the
20-something.
hoodie, so man, fuck it. I
So.
couldn't call my dad to pick me up, man. Yeah, you was swooped me up. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, man, pick me up. I'm downtown, man.
Yeah, my mom picked me up.
Your mom picked you up?
Yeah, when I got out. Yeah, and then I went and ate some college.
My dad always told me, man, you go to jail, don't you fucking call me, man. I called him, man, thinking, like, man, nah, he held his word.
My family bailed me out once.
Yeah?
Once. And all the rest were like, leave him in there. No.
How much was bail?
And now I'm like, that's what I laugh about work release, freaking people that take work release. I'm like,
So what is that?
you basically pay to work for the county doing whatever, work out the dump, pick up trash alongside the road, but you pay them for this. You pay them, you work for free like a damn slave, but you don't have to go to jail. I'm like, send
That
me to
sounds
jail,
better.
motherfucker.
What you mean?
Shit. I don't go to
Jail.
jail. Give me 3 hots and a cot. I'm good. Well, but I don't know.
But
Like
you
my
mentioned-
first
you
time
said
in
jail
prison,
was
my
worse
first
than
time in county jail, everyone was like, I can't wait to get to prison. I can't wait to get to prison. I couldn't understand it. I'm like, why? When prison sounds worse than county jail. You know what I mean? Nah, it's wrong.
That's what I
County
was
jail
saying.
sucks compared to prison.
There's more
So.
shit popping off.
Well, there's not as much drama. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own time. Everybody's settled in. You know what I mean? Doing their own thing. Freaking. You got more. You can have pictures. You have music. You know what I mean? You have more available to you. You can get packages from the streets. You know what I mean? The county sucks. And now you can do what? Up to 2 years in county? Fuck, I'd stab a fool just so I go to fucking,
Just to go to, fucking
just to go to prison. Yeah. No, I don't know if I
You
could
know,
do.
in the beginning when I used to hear shit like that, I was like, I wouldn't understand
Yeah.
it, but now I do.
Yeah, and
because,
once you
know,
go through it, and you're like, oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, it's like, no, fuck
Crazy.
that.
No, I know.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
second time when I violated, I went back through. I was one of those people going, "Take me to prison, take me to prison." I was probably in county jail maybe 6 days, and then I was in prison on the violation. But I only did 4 months on that
I'll
violation.
say usually when it's violation, and that's what I
Violation.
should go on. You go back to prison, but it's only for months.
Yeah, just for a little bit, like a dry out. It was basically.
What the hell?
Yeah, just a little slap on the thing. But after I got out that second time, I was like, "Fuck this." I actually got off parole that second time through.
Hey man, since we're on that topic of prison and all that, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody that tapped in on the last episode with Kenny Thunderberg, man. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I got 77 views. I got 14 subscribers now, and I got 6 likes and
Hey.
3 comments, man. You know, so
Everybody starts somewhere,
hey,
bro.
you know, hey, shout out to everybody that tapped in on
Yeah.
that, man, and you know, shout out to Kenny too for giving me an hour of his time. I am gonna have another guest next week. It's the film director. He's gonna be my second recurring guest.
Oh, right on. Well, and
Dante.
you know, I'll probably be gone for the summer because I'm gonna be busy. But after the summer, I'll come back.
Oh no, that's why I was like,
Give
man,
you-
you know what, man, come through. Has like
Give
know?
you a rundown on any crazy stories that happened over the summer. I always have a crazy story every summer. Something fucking always happens.
What was
That
it
ma-
last summer?
What was the last one? Last summer. Just off the top of my head. Oh, there's a lot of things happened. Ruben hired my employee, kind of came into the game. Oh, I hurt my wrist. Remember, my wrist was hurt for about a week. I had an install to do. So
Yeah.
basically, I have 2 guys that don't know what the hell they're doing, and I'm up in the roof just directing. Hey, do this, do that, do this. It took a lot longer to do the job, but
You're
it
being a
got done.
supervisor, man. No, that's what
Yeah.
the role you gotta play.
Yeah, well, I'm much
When you
better
were
be a
hurt.
hands-on kind of guy.
You already had a scare this year already, fucking with your knee.
Yeah, my knee kind of chasing my dog, freaking
You know,
blew out my knee. But
And
I'm like
right before summer.
52, so I'm not 50. I'll be 53 in July, so I'm not. I don't heal like Wolverine anymore. It takes me a little bit longer to heal, but no, I can't remember offhand. I gotta come up next time I come out. I'll tell you some crazy.
I remember. when
I'll give
fucking-
you one crazy one real quick. One time, me and another contractor, we go to an apartment here in Bakersfield, and it's just a 1-bedroom studio apartment. And a big fat guy, like 350 pounds. He sounded like he couldn't breathe very well, but he had an old school like refrigerator sitting in there, and it was chained. Had chains, like big chains, wrapped around this refrigerator. It's all padlocked, crack. And I'm like looking at the fridge, and I'm thinking, oh, I wonder freaking some new kind of diet or something this guy's on. And then I get to thinking, I say, holy shit, this guy, he's keeping other people out of this fridge is what he's got going on. And I never did ask and find out what was in the fridge, but talking to the property manager, the other maintenance guy wouldn't go in there by himself. That's how spooky the guy was that was in there. So I don't
And
know
like,
what happened
what was
to
that
him,
guy's
but-
character like, man? Was he friendly? Was he fucking?
No, he kind of like big, very big guy, big fat guy. You know what I mean?
How much? 400?
Oh, 350, easy. You know what I mean? And
Tall?
he definitely had probably 6 foot. You know what I mean? If you're in there by yourself and he jumped on you, yeah, he could probably overpower you. But I was in there with another guy, so I was like, okay, but I wasn't about to be left alone in there. But yeah, kind of smelled. You know what I mean? I go into all different types of situations, but this is the first time I ever seen a refrigerator that was like chained shut. I was like, what the hell? People are
That's a body.
strange.
That's Iceman.
I don't. That's what we made jokes about afterwards. Like, I don't know what he's got in there, but he's got something in there that he didn't want out of there. So it's all kinds of crazy.
It's another motherfucker just like the fool from law school.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking, that's what I thought. He had body parts in
I
there.
wonder
or something.
whatever happened to the law school clown.
Oh yeah, that guy that was walking around. Yeah.
I wonder if that was
happened.
him.
That
He
was
turned
the-
into a cannibal.
I guess that was another freaky.
Freaky,
People
thing
do
out there
weird shit out in the
Moscow.
rural area. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you know,
out in the
there's something to
desert,
do.
out in the desert.
Okay,
Wait.
so what's one of the weirdest shit you've seen in
Oh, the
desert?
dude they miseried. And you know what I mean? You ever seen the movie Misery?
No,
Where you ever seen that movie Misery?
no.
She gets this author and she like holds him and she like hobbles him. She sticks a 4x4 between his ankles and she takes a sledgehammer. She whack hits his feet.
Oh shit.
Well, these tweakers caught some guy that had done something to a biker's daughter or some family member, and they gaffled this, caught him out in the desert, and they had him at this safe house. Well, to keep the guy from running away, that's what these tweakers did to this guy.
They broke this his leg.
He broke his ankles, hobbled him. Yeah. Yeah.
never heard of
I
that
came,
before.
I walked
Hobbled
in
him.
there. I was in there to make a, pick up. And I went in there and fucking seen that shit picked up and left and fucking didn't say shit. But then I heard it got all raided. The guy like got out or something and they all got arrested. Yeah. Cal City for you, baby. Woo.
Yeah,
Crazy
nah,
shit.
I've had my experiences out there in Cal City.
Yeah. A
man.
desert.
You
A
know,
desert is no
desert's-
joke. But that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen
Hey,
out there.
one thing that I like, man, is when I went to Washington, that was kind of like my first experience, not out at sea, but out in the water, like
Yeah.
kind of like by the ocean and shit.
Yeah.
I was complete polar opposite to fucking
Oh, yeah.
North Edwards and Cal City, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because even out there, I was out there for a while, man, and it was dark. It's fucking dry as fuck. But when you're in the by the ocean and it's dark as fuck, it's scary too.
Scary
it's scary
too,
in
man.
the desert,
Yep.
scary in the ocean.
Yes,
I'm just
it
a scary
is.
motherfucker.
Scary world out there.
You know, but no, there is like in the desert, man. You know, there could be skinwalkers, there could be coyotes, there could be
Coyotes and I never, like I said,
someone
grew
pop
up
out in the dark.
grew up out there, and like I said, all I ever seen was shadow people, but that's because I was on drugs.
Yeah,
So,
you've never
was
seen a
my own-
skinwalker.
Nope.
You know what they are, right?
Yeah, I've seen the movie. So isn't that the Indian like demon or whatever?
Yeah, transform.
Yeah.
I believe in those. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
possibly. All kinds
Oh
of
my
weird shit
God,
out in the
speaking
desert.
about the fucking desert and all that shit.
Nope.
I was out there when the two twins went missing, the two
Yeah,
babies, man.
yeah.
And I literally seen the search parties out there in the middle of nowhere because I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing?
Yeah.
There is nobody supposed to be out here, and there was people there. There were
Yeah.
people. There was search parties of people.
there looking for
but
those
what
two
it
kids.
was, they were looking for them two kids,
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah, they never did find those two kids. Sad.
they still have it, huh?
No, and those people they didn't flip on each other. That's what I thought was really weird. Is that the other one never flipped on the other one? Never. No.
That bitch Pearl Hernandez, man, the one that ended up killing that one, the kid in Lancaster that they made a whole documentary of.
Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
The one, the teacher. My sister was a teacher out there, and she had like that kid in her classroom or something. There was some.
I forgot his name, man.
I forget his
unfortunately,
name, but I know
not
who
the
you're
kid.
talking
I know his, not know his mom, but his
That's
mom's
the
name,
one where they
Pearl
should have took him
Hernandez.
away from the mom 100
the
million
whole
times, and they
system
kept
failed him.
taking him, putting him back with where he's getting abused. Yeah.
Gabriel.
Gabriel, yeah,
Okay,
that
Gabriel
was
was
it.
his name,
yeah,
yeah.
but my sister was somehow and knew that kid through her. She was involved in the school. She doesn't work for that school system anymore, but yeah,
Yeah, man, that's
crazy.
fucking.
Poor kids.
Hey, you
some
know what?
some
There's
people
always
just
some
don't
shit
get no
go-
breaks.
There's always some shit going on in Lancaster, man.
Yeah, that place is a shithole.
Okay, right now, I was mentioning Washington too. There was another town out there where I was supposed to be at called Everett.
Okay,
There was
yeah.
Recently a case of a 4-year-old kid that was missing. and
Missing.
they
Yep,
just
and they
his
found
body,
him.
bro.
Found the body. Yep.
That shit's
Yeah.
fucking
Monsters
sad,
walk
bro.
among us, bro. Walk.
How the fuck are you fools do some shit like that towards kids, man? Like, all right, this whole Dan Snyder shit and Nickelodeon, like, all this is
yeah.
coming to light 10
Yeah.
years later, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's just sad to hear what's gonna be revealed in another next 10 years. Like,
These kids are the most vulnerable things we have out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then
That
they get
movie-
involved in the Hollywood lights, and you know what I mean. They just let their kids. You know, there's no way I'd let my kid freaking. What the fuck? At least you like to say that as a parent.
they
you know?
were over here using their kids as like
Yeah.
a gold mine
to get rich,
right?
to make money,
and
so
they were
they
just
have to make
allowing
money. I'm gonna make money off my kid. That's never. Ask Britney Spears how it worked out for her
Britney
parents.
Spears, Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes, yeah, another one that's freaking. I guess they asked her about all that, and she said that was not her story, or she's come out pro Dan Snyder, or she just says that never happened to her. So
Well, maybe it didn't. Maybe Dan didn't like her.
No, there's some weird like
But
video.
something else happened
There's
to
some
her.
like video of them in a hot tub together. A very young Amanda Bynes and Dan Snyder, fully clothed, and this hot tub talking about something I don't remember, but it's just the imagery is like disturbing. You're
I
like,
still
what the
haven't seen
fuck?
that Quiet on Set stuff. I kind of
I
don't
haven't
want
seen
to.
it yet,
I really
neither.
don't want to, honestly,
Yeah.
because that shit doesn't
Yeah.
grasp my attention.
I did
man.
watch
It
the-
kind of disturbs me more than anything.
Yeah, I watched the program on Netflix. That was pretty disturbing.
What's that about?
About these schools, these special schools for these troubled teens.
Oh,
And by
was that the one?
troubled teens, I don't know if the teens are necessarily all that troubled. You know what I mean? It's like,
was that the
bro.
one that School by the Sea?
Yeah, it was one of them. The Casa by the Sea or
There
whatever
you
that
go.
that one friend knew somebody that would actually went there.
Yeah.
So, those were no jokes.
I
Those were
remember
worse than prison.
They wanted to send me to Grizzly Academy out in
I don't know if that was part of the thing, but
them, no, but
it was all a
kinda-
money grab too. And some of those people were charging big money to have those kids out there.
What I was tripping out on is the vast amount of evidence they left behind from fucking
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
papers to DVDs.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
They just left it.
They
all
just
behind.
left it. Yeah, yeah. They make their money, and that's it. I mean, it's an industry, straight industry, and I can understand. I don't know. As a parent myself, I would like. I don't know. I couldn't imagine
Grandparent,
myself.
man. You're
Yeah,
a
grandparent.
now, man.
I couldn't
You've
imagine.
Been doing more of the grandpa shit lately, man.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I enjoy being a grandparent. It's cool. You know what I mean. As much as I'm one of those households where the kid still lives under. You know what I mean. It's like
You're not
47.
the only one.
Yeah,
man. It's like-
47% of Americans
Yeah, man.
kids still live with their parents. It's crazy. That statistic's nuts.
But why is it such a bad thing, too, though?
Not
do
necessarily
understand
a bad
that
thing.
The dead bird under the worm
Yeah.
don't fly to the west. Or
Well, right now, economically, it's not really feasible for you know what I mean. It's unless you guys got like a roommate or you know what I mean. I don't know. It's not easy. I'll give you that. It's not easy out there. You really have to
even
hustle.
roommating with people, man. Ain't always
Well, that's what I had to do for 7 years. Shit. So I lived with a
Made it
roommate.
work.
Yeah. I didn't roommate with a really good friend. I found a guy that we could get along, but we didn't like hang out in social circles. You know what I mean? And
Sometimes it's bad. It works out better that
it
way.
worked out so well that he ended up getting married, and then they all, you know what I mean? People would think I live with this married couple. I'm like, no, and they got married and they just continue to live with me. So
Then they eventually got their
shout
own
out to
place.
Mike and Gabby, my old roommates. So, anyways, so
Yeah, I've been seeing, there's a lot of events going down in town right now, man. And one recently caught your attention, that psychedelic
the
comedy?
psychedelic, yeah, the psychedelic comedy. I don't know. It looks interesting to me.
That shit does
So,
look cool. Did you go to
I
see
think-
Pink Floyd? They have
I've seen a couple of those
The Pink
different
Floyd
shows. Yeah, I have seen a couple of them, and they're all really good. So, and then I've actually seen Pink Floyd in concert.
The real Pink Floyd?
Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot. That's a interesting story. Anyways,
First time I really started listening to Pink Floyd like that was when I started doing acid.
yeah,
couple
we
years ago, man. But,
put on the Animals CD.
yeah, man.
No, I went to the one it was in Pasadena, and if you go to a concert at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, the parking lot is on the golf courses. So I had absolutely no fucking idea where I parked the car. I had the keys. I was in a group of like 5, but we all didn't have the seats in the same part of the stadium. Me and another guy had seats far up, and then the other group were like in a different seat. So after the concert, I had taken mushrooms before the concert. So me and the other guy, we're on mushrooms. We walked in circles for like, I don't know, the concert maybe lasted 3 hours. I was looking for the car for another 2 hours just walking around. I think we were walking in circles. And then finally I said, hey, let's just follow the golf course path. After we followed the golf cart path, we were like one of the last ones there. Like literally everybody was
Everybody left already?
super mad at me. Everybody was pissed because I had the keys. So everybody in the group was mad as shit. And I really didn't care because I was higher and draft pussy. So I'm just laughing. I just laugh. When I'm on psychedelics, that's all I do is laugh.
Just laugh it off.
Laugh. And then that's just making them madder.
He's not taking our anger
Yeah,
seriously.
no. So anyways, I was not Mr. Popular on that trip. So
Man, I remember doing like 4 hits of acid at a music video. It's called Lowriders by Mr. Blue. Look it up on YouTube, man. You'll see me in the background. I'm off of 4 hits of acid. But that day, that fucking day, man, I took 4 hits of acid the night before.
yeah.
I went to sleep. I woke up, thought I was fine. Not realizing the waves. I woke up when
Yeah,
they went away.
yeah. You come down and go back up. Come down, come back up.
I drove down there sober. Once I parked and set up the clothing booth, man, that shit was hitting again. And I was fucked up.
Right.
I was so fucked up that they were doing a scene and they needed me to move the car, man. I had to tell the homie that prints shirts, man. Iconics.
I'm
Iconics
tripping. I
brand.
can't do it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, I can't drive, bro. Could you please...
Can you do it? Here's the keys.
Yeah, handed him my keys. I'm like, can you please move the car for me? So I'm like, are you serious? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I'm fucked up. I'm not going to end up in the river and lake and shit.
I could do, back in the
People
day,
thought
I could do
out.
psychedelics and go out in public. I can't do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I can't do it like I used to do it. So
last time I was I actually been on a shroom bench the last week. I'm not gonna lie, man. Well, actually the week before, because there was 1 week I didn't come over here. But no, I use that shit and I feel like it gives me some good ass sleep.
yeah, I always reset you.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some
If you
super
do a
good sleep.
micro dose, you know what I mean? Do enough, you kind of reset you. They
I do
use
about
that
a
shit
gram and
for
a half.
therapy, all kinds of stuff. That's why I want to do ayahuasca. You know what I mean? I don't have a heroin addiction or anything, but anything I have addiction to is sugar.
Sugar.
I have bad sugar addiction. I love the
sugary
fuck out of
drinks.
sugar.
I love sugary drinks, man. I've been on aguas frescas.
Not so much that. It's more candy. I love
Candy?
candy. Oh god, I love candy. But I have too. I eat too much sugar. So, but there's other cobwebs in my brain that need to be cleared out that I think ayahuasca would help with. So I would like to try it. I would like to try the ibogaine one. They call that the grandfather of hallucinogenics.
I've heard of that, but
This is a 24-hour cruise, is what I heard.
I'm good with
Like
the 3
ayahuasca.
hours.
Yeah, 3 to 6. You know what I mean? I did a bunch of acid one time and I tripped for like 10 hours and I thought I was actually going to be that way forever. I'm like, well,
Ain't that scary?
it's scarier than
Ain't that
shit.
fucking
It's
scary.
scary.
Yeah, I know, I've
but it's
done that,
funny
man.
is you kind of you come to, you're like, okay, well, hey, all right, I'm just going to be like this forever. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean?
I panicked.
You come to this. I didn't panic. I'm like, okay, well, this is just the way it's going to be. So, all right.
Nah,
Is
I
that an
panic
ego
and-
death? Is that ego death?
No,
I don't know.
I panic and fear thinking that I really lost all my mind and I'll be this stupid forever.
I've watched people like get too high and they start to hyperventilate and they think they're gonna die and I feel bad for them,
That's
but
happened
it's
with me
also
on coke.
annoying because then you're fucking with my high too. So I'm like, just pass out already,
Fucking
okay?
buzzkill.
I can be. I'm like, don't fuck with my high, bro. No, that's the reason why when I trip, I'm usually like 1%. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's all. Like
I did.
ayahuasca, you're gonna
We
do it with
have
a
an
grip.
experience one time, man, where it was all cool and chill, and then just one fool ended up.
Yeah,
fucking
one fool
ruining it.
can ruin it all,
I
bro.
was like, bro, shut the fuck
I
up.
know.
You know?
Tell me about it.
It's like,
So
man, you're over here trying to be captain of the ship, bro. We are all steering, but you're ruining it.
yeah,
You know?
some people get a little out of control with it. I
They
think.
think they're the main character in every situation. Like,
Pretty
"No,
much.
Bro, you're not. This is why you need to do shows, fucking to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, that's
that
that's
ego.
what it's for. It's for introspection and I don't know. Oh, I did I smoked some more DMT. I had a little bit different of an experience.
Me and you ended up doing DMT together,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
for
we
the
did
first
that
time.
together, and that was my first one. And I had the kaleidoscope type of hallucination. This one was the hallucinations were much different, much more complex, like conveyor belts almost.
But remember in the beginning, we didn't really fuck with it.
No, well, I didn't.
Well,
You
what
just didn't
was
know
it?
what to expect.
I was like, do you take bigger hits now or at a higher
I took
temp or
a
what?
big monster hit the second time, and that's all I took is just the one. The one time I did with you, we did it a couple times.
Yeah, we're
This
fucking
I only
back
did
to
it
back.
one effing time. And then I watch people like other guy I know do DMT, and he was like on the ground going for like 10 minutes. Now I didn't have that. I'm not.
Was that because it was a hard shit?
I don't know. Maybe
couldn't breathe
smoking some better DMT is what I think.
Hey, man, we paid a lot for
So-
that bitch. That shit was $150 a gram.
150 a gram. Yeah, I still have some. I still got enough for a couple more
Hey,
hits.
but was it worth it?
Yeah. It was all right. You know what I mean?
You actually,
So it's not something that you want to abuse.
hell no.
You know what I mean? Do it once or twice, and you're
A
good.
year or maybe for
Every
lifetime.
couple months, you know what I mean? I don't know. you know.
Yeah,
So
to me, it was about
it's just too quick for me. It's very, very over so quickly. That's why I want to do ayahuasca.
the reason why I kind of went on a binge was because it was about a year since last time I shroomed out.
Yeah.
You know, and then we ended up, you know, I ended up getting some. Well, we ended up getting some, man, and I was like, man, I need to get rid of the old ones I have. I haven't
still
even got rid of
haven't.
these old ones.
I haven't
Me
done
too.
any. I always say I'm going to do it, and then I haven't done a shroom. And like my last time shroom was probably when we did drop that acid.
Yeah,
That was
which
about
is,
it.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to me it was when I was going to the high fee sessions or high phase sessions in LA, and
Yeah.
you know, we were or I went out there with somebody that does shrooms or you know makes them and shit. And it was a good time, man. I ended up going to a mushroom festival, but the thing was, man, it didn't seem like they were genuine, real hippies. He seemed like rich hippies.
Yeah,
Like
people
the fake-
monetizing off of
Yeah, monetizing
how
off of the
mushrooms
culture
are
and
going
shit.
mainstream now,
Yeah, it was
in
like,
my opinion.
it was like the Chads that wear fucking dreadlocks
Yeah.
and shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, you guys are not the culture, but
Yeah.
you fools are definitely benefiting.
You know, my first interaction with like hippies, I don't know, I was like 18, 19. I was living in San Luis Obispo, and I ran into these deadheads. And that's what they were. They were deadheads. You know what I mean? And you got deadheads that are like successful people. These were deadheads that were heroin addicts. So,
Heroin addicts,
oh yeah,
deadheads.
that was the first time I'd seen somebody shoot heroin. The very first time. They were
I
complaining about a toothache. Man, my tooth fucking hurts, and they shot that heroin, and that was it, dude. They didn't say shit about that
shit
tooth.
hurting no more, not even the
So.
soul. Damn.
No, yeah, but that was my first reaction. And I bet those people, I don't even remember their names, but I'm sure they're passed by now because I was 18 and they were probably in their 40s, these people. So, and that was my first, you know what I mean? Yeah, that whole period of my life, I was learning about life. I didn't know these people existed. I grew up in Mojave, very isolated, very type of different. I was still branching out, learning.
There
all
really
this different
is no
shit.
hippies in Mojave, huh?
there's
What
not.
type of people do you
There's
consider
the-
the Mojave average person?
Oh, they're normal. There's actually some normal, you know, good motherfuckers out there, but there's a lot of dipshits out there because nobody's watching anybody out there. You know what I mean? So
You guys have the big ass Air Force Base.
yeah, you got Edwards.
There's
But you
everybody
don't
being
fuck around
watched.
on that Edward. You don't go fuck around on that base, dude. You don't. Being on base is not like being in civilian. You're like on.
Government.
Yeah, it's
government
different.
land.
It's not. The rules are that there's no
You're
cops.
in America.
Yeah, well, military police, and then I got like a speeding ticket or something, and I had to go see like a magistrate or something, and they just like wrote it off, and nothing really ever happened to me. But I didn't like go to court or anything. It was very strange. It was very weird. Yeah,
So where was it that you cut this?
it's on Edwards Air Force Base.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I just had they pulled me over. I don't think I had my license, and they wrote me up for that. I think that's what it was. And this is back in 1985, so driving without a license wasn't a huge. Well, I had a license, didn't have it on me. So, but I was a minor too. I think I was only 16. I was going out there to pick up my girlfriend. She was getting childbirth, the pill, birth control.
Hep B?
Sorry,
Oh,
birth control. Yeah,
birth control.
yeah. No.
You know, one of the strangest things that I've encountered out there, man, was we were out there one day and there's nothing out there. Every now and then you'll see like a couple of trucks like tailgating together, right? Like people out there camping and shit. But one time it sounded like a big ass concert, like a lot of people in a huge stadium, and it was so loud that even the fucking floor, you felt it like rumbling.
Huh.
And it sounded like a church, man, like a prep rally at school. Like there was a lot of energy and emotion, and it's like
The ground was fucking.
exactly what it sounded like, just like this.
Huh.
And then a little bit of like cheering, and then suddenly.
There's weird shit that goes on
Stop.
out in that desert. I'll tell you that.
All right, like what have
I haven't seen. You know what I mean? Like I didn't never seen UFOs or nothing. I felt kind of jaded for
you
all the
felt ripped
time.
off?
Yeah, a little bit for all the time I spent out there, but I wasn't really looking for it neither. So I was just out there getting high.
You seen?
Me and my friends used to look for arrowheads.
Well, I've seen
Talking
that.
about fucking
I've seen that at a gas station one time.
tweaker fucking activities.
Yeah, they'll come out. It was a tweaker
Like,
at
how
a
do you
gas
look
station.
for arrowheads? Well, you just go out to the desert and you start looking at rocks. And if you're tweaking hard enough, everything starts to look like an
It's
arrowhead.
an arrowhead.
Yeah.
You start making your own, and this
Pretty
sell
much.
it to people saying this.
No,
is
I was
atheist.
with a group, and this fucker found a perfect, like, obsidian black one, and we all accused him of, like, bringing it up there, and none of us believed that he found it. It was just too perfect. It had the tip kind of broken off, but the guy's like, I swear to God, I found, like, you're a fucking liar.
You're a phony.
I remember we were so mad at everyone was mad at him too, fucking, because he found something.
You're fucking with us. We never seen one in all our tweaking time.
That's the only one that I ever seen. So, but yeah, tweaker activities out there.
And then the borax mine out there. Everybody works at borax.
Yeah, most of the big industry is borax. Then you have some cement plant. Cal Portland is up. A lot of people work for them. Yeah, and if
Small
not,
little
then you're
gas
working
stations. There's not
the
really
little
much
gas
to do out
stations or
there.
the airport. Scaled Composites is a huge employer out there. They're actually pretty interesting. They do a private company that was bought by Northrop, Boeing, Northrop, I think Northrop. My mom used to work for him. My mom was a high-headed honcho over there, had security clearance, all kinds of stuff. She tells me about shit.
That's crazy how fucking Boeing.
So they worked on a lot of drone activity that I presume. I don't know. My mom didn't tell me nothing, so.
That's how you know it's top secret.
Yeah, my mom didn't tell me nothing. Didn't tell me nothing. So I just hear stories, unsubstantiated stories. So
Another thing I'd see out there, man, would be the fucking jets.
yeah, well, you get used to the sonic booms. It's so funny watching tourists that were coming through town and a sonic
Did you
boom
hear
would
a
happen.
bomb?
And it's just like a boom, and it shakes. It like shakes everything.
Yeah.
And people that don't know what it is, like, oh fuck, was that an earthquake? And you just laugh. Like, no, that was a
Or
sonic
then
boom.
the random streaks in the sky.
What, the contrails and stuff and things?
Well, no, I would randomly see streaks in the sky.
Oh.
Like, it looked like a jet, but I would have seen shit.
Yeah, and then they talk about the Aurora, that one plane, and I did hear a different sonic boom one time out there that was different than all the rest. And you think we had sonic booms from the space shuttle used to land out there. We used to watch the space shuttle land, and when that would come in, when it came back in, you'd hear the sonic boom from the space shuttle
Into the
over
atmosphere.
Mojave. Yeah, so I seen the space shuttle land. I don't know, 2 or 3 times.
I didn't even know they land there.
Yeah, they used to land out there in freaking Edwards Air Force Base. And then after a while, they started landing in Florida. But yeah, for a long time. And then they piggyback it. They put it on a plane and fly it back to Florida. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it
Why they
land.
don't do anything here and just keep it
Well, they
here
don't
and-
have the space shuttle anymore. So,
Oh, you don't, huh?
no. It's
No, well, I
gone.
mean, like, just space launches.
They still do a whole bunch of shit out there. I guarantee it. So,
Yeah, they just don't announce it, man.
Yeah.
The other day when SpaceX headed up having the shit up in the sky.
yeah, the launches from Vandenberg. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So,
I seen it was struggling, man. It couldn't make it past the filament.
no.
That's not ozone layer, that's the filament.
The filament.
You know, but
Mm.
yeah, man. I'm gonna end up wrapping it up, man. It's been episode 6, man, with reoccurring guest Mark Palmer. Next
Hey,
week we're gonna
thanks
have-
for having me.
You know, thank you for coming again, man.
No
And thank you
problem.
guys for listening. Thank you everybody that's tapping in, man. Next week,
See you
we're gonna
after
have,
summer,
my
everybody.
boy Dante Price, man, another reoccurring guest, man. And pretty soon I'm gonna be having more guests, man. If you guys know anyone interested or anything like that, tap in with me, man. Let's get this show on the road. Peace, positivity, love, and prosperity. We'll see you guys next week. We are the 99 Podcast.